Welcome to the Daily D and a new series on prepping. I'm going to take you through how I am going to prep using very little money because I don't have a lot. And why am I doing it? Well, I was caught by surprise when COVID happened. At that time, not only was COVID going on, but I found out I had cancer. And that was a very, very tough time for me. Um, People take cancer diagnoses differently, and I took mine very hard because I knew I was vulnerable. I knew I was not financially able to cope, and it was really difficult. Add COVID onto that, and me losing a lot of weight, it was this situation where I had no money. Food was difficult. Um, I had all kinds of cancer treatments to go to and not a lot of funds to do so. Medical supplies such as masks, gloves, everything I just didn't have. So that was scary, and I was extremely vulnerable, and I don't want to be in that position again. So we are going to start prepping in this house. Now, I used to be a stockpiler. And what that meant was at my house, you could find a ton of toilet paper, a ton of shampoo, things like that. And I would buy meat on sale in the freezer, but to be honest, I didn't keep track of it. I'd end up throwing out a lot of it due to freezer burn. This is years ago. And I didn't rotate things, and I was doing it all wrong. I just like buying things on sale. So I'm going to do things differently. And what am I prepping for? Well, I'm prepping for food. I want to get at least a month worth on hand, that if I had to, I could go with a month without going to the grocery stores. Personal hygiene products, things for ladies, things like shampoo, deodorant, things like that. I also want to do personal protection, masks, gloves, hand sanitizer in case a second wave comes, another virus comes, I'm prepared. Clothing, I didn't have any, and I've learned that it's a good idea to keep some things that are too big for you in the closet and some things that are too small. That way, if something happens and you either gain weight, you have something to physically put yourself in, or lose weight. I was not prepared. At one point in time, I only had 4 items that fit me. 2 pair of bike shorts, yoga shorts, and 2 tank tops, and that was it. So that needs to change. Also, medications. I have to be on specific vitamins and things like that to make sure that I don't leave my prescriptions to the last minute to fill them. And also things like ibuprofen, Band-Aids, tents or bandages. I want to make sure those are stocked up. All with really no more money than I have now. So if I couldn't do it before, how am I going to do it? Well, I have forced myself to go back to Costco and shop in bulk, which is really difficult. If you've only got $70, well, you want to hit the grocery store and get as many different things as possible. I didn't. I bit the bullet, and I went to Costco and I bought just 7 things that week. That was it. 2 weeks later, I went back to Costco and I got 9 things. But those made a huge difference because there's a lot of bulk frozen foods that I bought with those things that could last us, and they've saved us money, which frees up a little more money to get the things I need. I will be doing buying in bulk. I will also try and purchase as little as possible unless it's on sale. If it's on sale, I'll stock up. If not, it's only in a dire emergency I'm going to buy it. I'm also going to be going back to couponing. Sometimes you can get free food for that. With that, I'm going to be showing you the money apps that you can use to get a few bucks to buy a few things. Yeah, there are a few. And also things like coupon apps. I'll go over them where you can make money back to buy things. And I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm going to, first of all, find the space to store all this stuff. I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment, space at a premium. I'm going to keep it completely organized. I'm going to make sure and rotate all of the stock, and I'm actually going to keep track of what I have. So I'm going to bring you through the processes of how I'm doing this. My budget is no bigger than it was before when I couldn't make ends meet. This time, forcing myself to buy in bulk. You may eat the same thing for a few days, but it saves the money, and that's what we have to do. Nobody should feel vulnerable. Nobody should feel afraid that there may not be food enough for their family. And I can't feel like that anymore, and I don't want my family members to feel like that anymore. So it's time to do what needs to be done to protect myself and my family in case there is a medical emergency, or a natural, you lose your job, you get sick, you get in an accident, COVID, anything like that, that you're a little bit more prepared than you were before. So join me on this quest and you'll get some great ideas on what I'm doing. And I suggest everybody prepare a little bit. Keep your family safe. So until next time.